It's a bin ghost.
Somebody's head pops out.
It's moving.
Oh, it's moving.
Moving.
Yeah, the spirits of children. Oh,
It's back. It's
That
back.
is
It is
crazy.
back.
That is
There's
bizarre.
no way.
Melissa! Follow my torch. I saw Shiny going that way.
Shiny!
That was kind of strange.
Oh.
They're all in a square.
Yeah.
Just in that area.
Yeah. It's as if someone scattered seeds or something. They must have done. It's very beautiful though.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Must be a family plot.
So you've got all the headstones, but then you've got certain ones that look like tombs.
Which I find very intriguing. Some are bigger than others.
Also of Maria. Oh.
The younger daughter.
The younger daughter of the late.
Late.
I just swear I just saw somebody. Because you know in your peripheral vision, you see.
People like.
Yeah, I swear I just saw a pair of legs. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Because why would my head just turn like that? I felt like somebody was just walking that way, just behind that tree. That is weird. Nobody that I can see. And there's nobody here. Honestly, black trousers. Something caught my attention and it looked like a pair of legs just walking really quickly. There's no one on that bench. Yeah, that bench is a bit lonely over there.
That area is a bit lonely, to be fair. It's a bit clear. So we ever walk down and see
it feels sad. It feels sad here.
These gravestones still on the floor.
Oh gosh. People are buried here. Goodness. My gosh. And you wouldn't even think anything. You'd just think it's just the pavement. No, you wouldn't, would you? Yeah. Gosh. Everywhere. Yeah. A singular bench. Do you think a spirit sits here and contemplates? Yeah, they must do. Thug life. Thug life! So this is the place in the day. But what's it going to be like at night? I feel like the atmosphere is going to completely change.
It did feel very different earlier when I was here.
Felt more inviting, right? It's not going to be so inviting tonight.
Here I didn't feel too bad.
Yeah, because right now it's like if you have words associated to this place, you think beautiful, peaceful, quiet, calm, tranquil. Yeah.
See this part, I feel this part of it is, it's the other side of it that feels different to me. I've had a good walk around this place today. It's only been that half of the cemetery I felt anything different.
Because when we walked up there, I felt the same thing. That we weren't welcome, that we shouldn't really be here. But here, it feels open, like it's comfortable.
It feels safe, but it should be.
How are you feeling, Si, about this place? So right now, I feel really calm, really peaceful. But obviously, being around so many tombs, are they tombstones? Headstones.
Headstones, tombstones.
Yeah. So being around so many headstones, I know that the atmosphere is going to change once it gets darker. Mm-hmm. I completely agree with you, Si.
It's all the energy that has been changed from, i.e. taking these headstones up.
Yeah.
These were placed somewhere, anywhere, and they've been ripped up to make a path.
Yeah.
around
But I feel
the
that's
cemetery,
disrespectful.
which
I
is,
don't know why. We're just
There must have been
standing.
an uproar when that happened, right?
It
We're
was.
standing
It was
on
a public
people's
uproar. It was a local
graves, for
uproar.
goodness sake.
That was one of the things I read. It was definitely a local uproar.
Oh.
What it's done to the people that are in the cemetery is
Yeah.
another story. So that's what we're here to find out.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to our very first collaboration. I'm Saini.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Si from Paranormal Patients, and this is
Paranormal Pursuit.
So what are we going to do now, Si?
we're going to go and do a spirit box session across that half of the cemetery where I feel it feels a little different to this side of the cemetery.
Yeah, I
So we're
agree.
going to go over a spirit box session, see if we can get any voices, any communication from anybody whilst we're here.
It doesn't feel very comfortable down there, so that's why we're going to attempt this and see whether we can connect with anybody. How are you feeling about that, Saini?
Yeah, a little bit apprehensive. I know that the energy does seem to change when we are down there.
The three of us are going to split up later on into the evening, and we're just going to go and find a space of our own and see whether anybody wants to contact us individually. I don't like the idea. This was Si's idea.
This is a brilliant idea.
I'm scared. I've never
This
done
is
that.
it's going to be nerve-wracking,
Yeah.
but we might pick up on something
Yeah.
if we're alone. Who knows?
I keep
find out.
expecting to see like a figure or something in the back. If you see something that we don't, please comment down below and put the timeline that you saw it at. Please tag the timeline.
Hedges and bushes together.
Feather
Well,
just dropped from the sky. You know what they say about white feathers? It's a sign of a spirit. I know that could be down to a bird flying over and the feathers just happened to fly over. I mean, fall to the ground just as we were walking, but it's quite
Coincidence.
significant.
it is. I've heard of that too.
Is it a coincidence?
Who knows? So pretty here though.
It is. Autumn's one of the best seasons.
Beautiful.
I feel it is windy over here though.
It is. It wasn't as windy over there.
Yeah.
Was it? It wasn't
I
as
don't know if
windy.
it's because of the building being out. I mean, the building's not exactly a whole structure, is it?
Yeah, it's not exactly shielding you from anything, is it? But here, it's the breeze has picked up.
And it happened the first time we walked round
Yeah.
as well.
Yep.
How
And
strange.
it was when we got in this area. Is it over there? Is that a man? It's alright, don't panic. It is. It's a man.
Okay. Where? It's not a spirit.
Looking forward to when it gets dark, when we can't actually see where we're going.
Yeah.
What we're doing.
See, I know what you mean. The mood has just changed here. It's even got a little bit darker.
Yeah, it has.
Just, I don't know. It feels more.
The wind has
here.
picked up. It's got darker.
It's got darker. It feels.
It's got that slight gloomy effect.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for.
It's eerie.
It's more depressing here.
Eerie, yeah.
Watch. Right, be careful with them.
You okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How
I
about
don't
over
like
here?
it around here. It's freaky. Do you want to go here or do you want to go further in? The wall grave.
There's a wall break over here.
So what about we want to start here?
Let's open space. Good to start in. More people.
What about just amongst here? Yeah.
We've also got the aerial down, so anything that does come through, good chance.
Okay.
So if there's anybody here with us now, we'd like you to come through and give us some kind of contact, either a name, or why you're here, or how long you've been here. Is there anything you wish to say to us that can maybe help you?
Just a little dog was just bounding in fights. Look, there's a little
Yeah, I
dog
saw
there.
that when you were saying, is there a spirit here?
Where's the owner? Oh, Hello? What did he just
That
say?
was a female voice. I heard a female
heard
voice.
that.
I didn't hear what it said, but I definitely heard a female voice.
No, I swear it said, what do you want? What do you want?
So I'd have to review that. You'd have to review it.
Just as you said hello. Hello, is it? Hello? Can you tell us your name, please? Is there anybody here who wishes to communicate with us? Any soldiers?
Is there a lady called Elizabeth with us? Would you like to come through and talk to us?
Did that just say ghost? That sounded like ghost. That's so interesting. So that could be Elizabeth's ghost. Yes. That's with us.
Could be. If you get them flashes, it is, I think, it's trying to come through. Elizabeth, if you're here with us, can you talk to us, please?
Elizabeth, if you're here, can you give us a message, please? Are you happy, Elizabeth?
Were you happy when you were alive?
That was a man.
The male voice.
So with the voices that come through, is it, so if we hear a male's voice, is that a male spirit trying to contact us, or is it, okay.
Can you state your name for us, please? You come with respect. So it's quite brilliant to get voices through that quite quick.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time we don't have great success with it. We have success with it, but as clear as it is now, it's amazing.
I swear it said ghost though. Yeah. Once you said there's Elizabeth here, it said, it sounded like ghost. Elizabeth, do you roam around here at night? Will we encounter you tonight?
If we will, can you give us a sign?
Do you want us to be here?
It's really quiet everywhere.
Really quiet now. If it's not Elizabeth, I heard that was like a moan. If it's not Elizabeth that's here and there's another spirit here that wishes to communicate, can you give us some sort of a sign using this device?
Try to tell us how we can help you.
Do you want us to leave you alone, Elizabeth? Or do you want us to stay? Again, did you hear that? It sounded like a moan. It's as if something is trying to get through, but it's having some sort of a difficulty, If you are trying to get through, say yes, using this.
I'm going to place the K2 down.
That's a good idea. Is there somebody else here apart from Elizabeth who wants to come through and talk to us? We're here to listen and we'll try and help you if we can. Please just talk to us. We come with complete respect.
I'm not here to harm you in any way.
The devices will not harm you.
want us to say goodbye, Elizabeth?
If there is anybody here, give the K2 a spike.
Look at the wind's picking up.
Definitely.
Is that your sign to us that you're here? Are you making it breezy around us? Do that again if that is you. It's gone really quiet. But we did get quite a few things in the beginning there.
Yeah, and the wind did pick up when you said.
Yeah.
It has picked up quite a bit.
Nothing's.
There is an area over by where I showed you Elizabeth's grave. That will constantly go off to the point it's just constantly on. So in my head, that's something.
Some kind of a pipe
in the,
underneath.
yeah, there's something electrical, magnetic that's interfering with it. It's only certain areas. So the areas it's not happening, you get nothing like that. So if something does happen, I'm more inclined to believe that there may be a spirit around.
Okay, so shall we move on?
Yes.
Go somewhere else. Let's move on. I mean, we could go to the headstone of Elizabeth.
And try and find something there. Do the same
Maybe she
again.
wants us to go there. Do you think that people try to steal the bodies from the graves
Of course.
and
there
use them
was
for medical experiments, maybe?
medical experiments, robbing them for robbing their riches. People were buried with jewellery. So they would have robbed them for their jewellery, rings and chains and anything else that was buried with them. So most certainly graves would have been robbed.
That's so disrespectful.
I think because like when you've got rings on your finger, people were buried with their riches, obviously, as you were saying, and because the skin or the body expands in some way, so they used to cut their fingers off in order to take these rings.
What are you feeling here? You don't feel comfortable?
Walking past that tree? No, I don't.
As soon as I said Elizabeth, the wind picked up. Put your hat on.
See,
what we
this is
have.
going absolutely mad.
Wow.
So that's what it does. That's what will happen
Yeah, I
when
suppose we are
something.
surrounded by. What does that mean?
It's just something magnetic. There's a magnetic field in the area that's interfering with it, and this is picking it up.
Oh, right.
That's all this is.
So that's not necessarily a spirit then, because if it's constantly going off,
Exactly.
it's very unlikely.
If there was,
Okay.
we wouldn't know about it.
Wow, it's the whole area. It's not just that one
It's just
spot.
this path.
just
If I
here.
walked over to here,
Yeah.
for instance, it would cut off. Just slow it up.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing
It wouldn't be
there.
static like
Nothing
this
in
in
the
one
tree.
area. There is no
Unless the
way.
bin was one giant magnet, which
Right now, guys.
let's go. There's a ghost on the bin. It's a bin ghost.
Somebody's head pops up.
It's moving.
Oh, it's
It's
moving
moving. Anyway, it is. Look.
It doesn't make
It's crazy
sense.
here.
What I would like is to get a ladder and climb up the ladder holding the K2 meter and see whether
It's a portal. Do you know what? What if there is actually people buried under here, but there's no headstones?
That's very possible because this path wasn't here before.
This is a new path.
Yeah.
See, earlier I got this funny beeping sound as well that kept coming through.
Does that happen?
Just feels.
Oh my
Oh my gosh.
So the K2 meter is not going off, but it's incredibly windy right now. You can see.
What is going
I
on?
don't feel like we're alone.
No, I don't feel like we're
I feel
alone.
as though something has
honestly,
just
no,
joined us.
and I don't feel it's. Do you know what I feel like?
The hair on my arms just standing up.
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like this spirit presence doesn't want us here.
It's almost as if when the K2 meter stopped, it was like, right, what else can I affect? The wind. But it can't do both at the
It
same
can't do
time or
both at the
something.
same time, no. So it's going off again. It's just peaking on orange at the moment.
So this wasn't as quiet earlier either. Don't know why it's gone quiet over here.
It's as if something's affecting it.
So when it goes quiet, what does that mean?
I don't know because it doesn't
I
go
just heard
quiet.
something.
So did I.
Did you hear that?
And
I thought
two
some-
footsteps.
Yeah, and I thought somebody was approaching the bags or the bench then.
I heard that, and it was around there. Could it have been that? Could it have been the
But
wind?
we both heard it. It sounded very sort of like
Yeah.
precise, didn't
Yeah.
it?
I feel
I don't. I feel uncomfortable here. If you come and stand here where I am, it feels a bit oppressive. Oh yeah, a little bit, doesn't it? It looks like a pair of eyes.
I wonder if we can pick up the energy of people who have been mourning ones who they've lost. Because energy is always transferred, right? Never destroyed or created. It just...
It's like that stone tape theory. Things are left.
Yeah.
Objects.
Yeah.
We don't know how long this tree's been here. The thing is, it's kind of in between the graves.
Yeah.
Si, can you explain what this pipe is, please?
That pipe possibly would have been what they would have put on top of the grave after the victim would have been buried. Seeing as they'd been buried alive, they'd had a lot of trouble with premature burials. That would have been placed inside the coffin, up through the grave, with a string or a chain running through the middle or down the side. There'd be a bell placed on top of the cave, and if the person inside the coffin should wake, it would ring it, but that also added technical errors, seeing as the wind could have made the bell move.
Yes.
The sound, people would have dug it up, and the person's still dead inside,
So that would freak me out. What if you were trying to ring that bell frantically, trying to say, I'm alive, and
On a windy day like this, you wouldn't hear
nobody
anything.
would hear you.
The true and terrible tale of Mrs. Blunden of Basingstoke. The story of Mrs. Blunden has now passed into local legend. She had the misfortune on the 15th of July 1674 to be buried before she was dead. While her husband was away, Mrs. Blunden fell ill. She sent to the pharmacist for some poppy water, which she drank. She then fell into a sleep, so deep that everyone thought she was dead. She had no pulse or heartbeat. She wasn't breathing and was cold. Mr. Blunden wanted her funeral to wait until his return, but her family decided to have her buried immediately near the Holy Ghost Chapel because of the unusually hot weather. Children playing in the burial ground told the schoolmaster that they heard a noise coming from the grave. This was dismissed until other children repeated these claims. But by the time the grave was reopened, it was too late to do anything for the unfortunate Mrs. Blunden. The body was beaten and scratched, the wounds self-inflicted. She was again judged to be dead, the coffin resealed, and put back into the grave to await the coroner's visit the next day. A guard was placed at her grave, but he must have abandoned his post, because when the body was dug up the next morning, a further grisly discovery was made. She had torn off part of the material she was wrapped up in, scratched herself, and bitten her mouth bloody in her distress. She had been buried alive not once, but twice. The precise location of Mrs. Blunden's tomb is unknown. And that is the true and terrible tale of Mrs. Blunden of Basingstoke.
Whoa, that's huge.
If you can hear me, can you raise one of your legs so we know that you can hear us? There's another figure.
Oh my gosh.
There's two figures.
Whoa, it's on
It's
that
gone.
branch. What the hell? Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's like a whispering.
This is getting a bit scary.
It is getting a bit freaky.
I'm genuinely frightened. I can't even speak. Okay, if
It's like
this...
he's trying to climb the tree or something. He's doing
It looks
something to the
foreboding.
tree.
The figure actually looks quite foreboding. Do you want Si to do his lone vigil here tonight? If so, raise your hand. Yeah, that looked like it.
It looks like it's saying
It
come.
does. It's kind of like inviting. I've been around this part most of the day compared to anywhere else in the cemetery. I've been here.
And when you came
Around this
here
area. I don't
alone,
know why.
when you came here alone, were you feeling as uncomfortable as you did an hour ago?
Yes. Yes, I
that's
felt
strange.
the atmosphere was definitely different. The feeling, the energy here is definitely different, and seeing these figures on the screen is absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
So that figure is on what part of the tree? On
It's
this part?
like it's
It's like here, it's really tall. It
But
comes
it's
up to this
stretching
branch.
across. It's like, look, it's pointing across.
You don't think it's Slender Man, do you? Sorry.
Expecting Chucky to walk around the corner as well. It's our Connect Cam, our SLS device, and it will detect the frame of a human being. Any other frames that appear next to Cyone, obviously there is nobody stood next to her. So if anything does appear, we can't be sure it may be a spirit.
Focus, camera, focus. Sight, you've gone all blurry, that's it. Sight, are you feeling something or somebody there?
I did when we did this about a minute ago. When I literally went here to hug whatever it was here, and that's when Sai said that he could see something else come through that was sitting on the bench.
What was that?
We just heard a scream. There's somebody here. Can you sit next to Cyone on the bench for us? So if there is anybody here, don't be afraid to sit next to her. She doesn't bite.
I've already had some Wotsits as well, so I won't eat you.
Oh,
Behind you.
It's
There,
behind
it's
you.
right where you were sat.
it's
why I
back
got up.
again. Did you feel it?
Yeah.
What are you feeling? Is it negative? Is it positive?
No, it's quite positive.
Elizabeth, if that's you, can you raise your arm, please?
Oh, wow. Elizabeth, if that's you, can you raise your left arm? Can you wave to us?
Can you make some kind of movement to show us you understand what we're saying?
And it's green around the skeletal figure.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the wind picking up, but I don't feel very comfortable.
I don't. I feel like
It's still there. It's still there.
Did you hear
it's not
that?
moved. Like a walking club. I feel horrible.
I don't feel comfortable
It's
here.
gone. That figure's gone.
What?
That figure's disappeared.
So you? Oh,
It's back again.
but it's now blue.
What does that mean if it changes colour?
It just could be the temperature. Like you're a purpley red,
Oh,
but
okay.
you're warm.
Yeah.
But this figure's blue.
It looks like it's trying to touch you, so like trying to hold your hand. So you've got your hand out there.
Yeah.
Looks like it's trying to take your hand.
Oh, wow.
Do you like Signy?
Put your other hand up. The other way,
The other
behind
way,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's near your back. Oh, it's just... I thought it raised its arm to try and touch your hand then. See, it's near your bags.
And this is where you're going to be doing your solo session,
This is it.
isn't it? Isn't it?
It's on the floor. It's like off the bench and on the floor.
Over
It is
here.
following you.
It is.
Oh my god! It's trying to hug you, and now it's gone.
Sign-It's got a friend. It's back.
It's back on the bench.
But Sign-It's not.
Can we do a bit of an experiment here? Can we see if it comes? You know, if it's going to appear for anybody else? Me. Or should we want to?
If there's anybody here, can you sit next to Melissa, please?
I'm not feeling anything.
No, I'm not even getting anything.
So that's interesting. Let's try it with you. So I'll be very careful with it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
And call out to the spirit.
If there's somebody here, can you come and sit next to me on this bench? Show us that you're here on that device Melissa was holding.
My God, it only wants to speak to you. It only wants to be near you.
I really do feel not.
I didn't feel uncomfortable at all
Wow.
sitting there. If there's somebody here,
You make a noise or something.
touch Sai, please. Or is it just Signy that you want to communicate with? Is it just Signy who you want to be near? Okay, Sai, if you go back, it looks like there's an object, doesn't it? Can you see the outline of it?
I think it is, because it's showing the picture from one end to the other. So what you're looking at there
see. I
is in
understand.
the
It's in
opposite, yeah.
reverse. Yeah, I understand. Right. Okay. So basically, it was sitting where your rucksack was before.
Yeah.
Maybe it's trying to take something from your bag.
You've been robbed.
You know, spirits do actually take things. They can pickpocket, especially little children. Yeah, the spirits of children. Oh,
It's back. It's
That
back.
is
It is
crazy.
back.
That is absolutely.
Yeah, it's right,
I'm not
right in front of you.
As
So
soon
yeah,
as I said spirits of little children,
I feel freezing.
It's
Not because it's windy, but I've got like the chills.
I've got the chills.
It's
too.
gone. It's gone.
That is the bizarrest thing.
It likes
What
you.
the hell?
Sonny's got a boyfriend.
Sonny's got a boyfriend.
I love this device. It is amazing.
It's so clever, this
amazing.
device.
So
It's brilliant. We, me and Si, we sat on the bench, exactly where Siny was sitting, and nothing came up on the device. Absolutely nothing. Oh God, and it's back.
It's sat next to your
Oh no, here.
other side. Yeah, by your bag. It's by your bag
By
again.
your bag again.
It looks
It looks
kind
like
of
a
like
child, you know, to me.
gone.
And it's gone.
It's
Oh,
gone.
and it's back.
That is amazing. What is it with you?
Have you ever had this?
No,
You
not
did
with
in the pub, though.
in the
didn't you?
pub with the other guy. Yes.
We'll put a link to that video, and it's what's the pub called?
That was the Bear in Wincanton.
We'll put a link to Si's video from Paranormal Patients, and it's called the Bear Inn. And this device's features.
Can you raise your arm,
It
please?
does show two figures, a child and an adult.
That is amazing. It's just sat next to her, like on the back.
This is where you need to do your solo session.
Yeah.
There's something there. I mean, I wish you could come and see. Come here, actually. Just go see if anything happens when you move. Oh, he put his arms out as if to look at that. Can you see on there? Can you see on there?
It's still there. It's still there. There is
You see
nobody
it?
sat on that bench, and there is somebody or something sat on that
And
bench.
it just put out its arms as if to say, stay. That is weird.
That is amazing. It's kind of got. It looks agitated, like she left.
Yeah,
It seems
it's
a bit
searching
annoyed.
for you.
It's
So
gone.
this can be my spot.
This is your spot, and I'm going to be all the way over there by myself. Oh my goodness. Guys, is this a good idea? I really...
Even if it isn't a good idea, we're still going to do it.
We're still going to do it because we're brave soldiers.
Yeah.
Please like, share and subscribe to We Vlog Ghosts and also Paranormal Patients.
Yes.
Show them some love because these guys are fantastic.
We do our best. We do our best.
Unfortunately, Simon couldn't be here today, but he will be joining us for further adventures with Paranormal Pursuits. What?
I just felt my camera wobble like somebody had tapped it.
What?
What?
Look,
What is
As
that?
soon as you said
there.
that,
It's over there.
that doesn't even look like a person. It's all over the place.
So this figure is literally in there.
He looks agitated.
So.
Do you want us to come closer? Is this Elizabeth?
Let's move. That was there. Now it's there. It's gone.
What was that? Oh, it's back.
I don't like being here. It feels like something's behind that bush. It just moved unnaturally.
Right, I'm gonna.
That bush, like somebody pushed it. I'm not joking.
What?
There's figures appearing all over the shop here.
How many are we
Right
talking?
where you were pointing.
God, I'm feeling really uncomfortable. You see the bush there?
Disappeared again.
It was like somebody just, you know unnatural movement. You know natural movement, unnatural movement. It felt like somebody had just like pushed the branches aside. There's somebody here with us. There's more than one here. I get the feeling.
I just feel so uncomfortable.
I feel really uncomfortable. Just keep an eye out, okay? I know we can barely see anything, but
Yeah, this is it's one thing being in a dark place, but it's another thing being in a dark place with the light on you.
Yes,
If
because
you
you can't
s-
see nothing.
Yeah.
Did you hear that note?
did you hear that? It sounded like a man. It was like, oh.
Exactly.
Guys, if you see something that we don't in our videos, please tag us and tag the timeline and let us know.
Again,
I heard
fireworks.
Why is it every time? Okay, I said this in the last
Always
vlog.
fireworks.
Fireworks all the time seem to
I've only
follow
just
us.
noticed the helicopter's gone as well.
Oh yeah. There were 2 pinpoints.
Okay, battery's dying on my camera. I'm gonna have to change it.
That That went very
quickly. Look at that, it's just flashing now, look.
My gosh, you had two
I had 2 bars.
It's again like I've never been here before, you know what I mean?
Feels like we're stepping into a parallel universe. Why can I not speak today? Parallel.
I don't know, you've got my disease. Unable to get words out of the mouth disease. Orange and lemons. Oh.
Be very careful.
What?
Be very,
Careful,
very
Melissa,
careful.
mind your
There's
step.
lots of rabbit holes, i.e.
Rabbits?
check this out.
What is that?
What is in there?
Check that out.
What is this?
Whoa.
Are you ready for this?
So that you
Oh, okay. It's not on right now, is it?
No. You just press the button.
Oh, right.
Come on.
Are you ready for this? Because we're not ready for this.
I all of a sudden feel like a Ghostbuster.
Ghostbusters!
These I like to have total silence for.
Do you think we're crazy? Please comment down below.
When I press record,
Yeah.
we can all just ask one question individually.
How long do you reckon? Like a 20 second to 30 second silence after each one?
I'd say 5.
Oh, really?
5
okay.
to 10 seconds
And then you
silence.
can play it back to
And then
us.
the next person, yeah. And then we play it back and see if,
Wow,
if
amazing.
we've got anything.
Amazing.
Let's
there
be
or-
aware of external noises. There are people around here, unfortunately. So.
Right, you ready? If there's anybody here with us, could you please tell us your name and the device that is on top of the bag?
If there is someone here with us, can you tell us how you possibly died?
If there is somebody here with us, can you tell us what age you died?
Do you want to harm us?
Do you have a message for any one of us?
Can you tell us one of our names?
Stand up, please.
Do you want us to leave?
Are you around us right now? Get the camera, Sonny, get the camera.
Play that back and see
Yeah.
if we got anything.
So let's play that back and see if we actually had any intelligent responses to our questions.
You ready?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
If there's anybody here with us, could you please tell us your name and the device that is on top of the bag?
If there is someone here with us, can you tell us how you possibly died? If there is somebody here with us, can you tell us what age you died?
Do you want to harm us?
For any one of us? Did you fast forward that?
No, I
Can
didn't.
you tell us one of our names?
I didn't touch it.
What?
Has that ever happened before?
Do you want
want us to leave?
That was weird. I asked full
You asked a full
Yeah.
question. Can we play that back?
Do you want to harm us?
For any one of us?
There's no way
Why?
that we fast forwarded that, because that was on the back.
No one
that was
was
on the back.
touching
There was
Nobody
no hands on
touched it.
No, do you know what? That's worried me a little bit.
Do you want us to leave?
For any one of us?
No,
Whoa.
that is too freaky. I'm sorry, but that is just the weirdest thing. Why?
That has never
Has that?
happened.
It's
That
never
has
happened.
That has never
Oh my
happened.
gosh.
What do you think it means?
I don't know, but it's a bit strange how it's just shiny.
But
And
it's also the question you asked before, do you want to harm any of us? Is it related to that question or the question that I asked, do you have a message for any one of us? Which one is it?
I really don't understand what that's trying to say, why it did that. I mean, it seems to be targeting you. I'm not being funny, but you know, we had
Yep.
the spirit sit next to you and only you on the bench. And now this. It's just cut the very first few words of your sentence.
I've
which
never
was-
heard of that happening.
Never on an EVP recorder has that ever
What was
happened.
it she said?
This is what Sini said. Do you have a message for any one of us? We all heard it clearly. Nobody was tampering with the
No, that's why
recorder.
that's why I don't like holding it in my hand.
Yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
you've got
You
an
didn't cut the
excuse for
sound.
something to
It was on
happen.
a bag. Nobody was playing with it, so I cannot. That is creepy. I'm sorry.
That's very strange.
That is weird. That's
I want to check to see if it skips
no. I don't think it
skips
does.
numbers,
Yeah.
which skips your voice. But on the screen, of this is a digital recorder.
Oh yeah.
So I want to see if this skips.
That's true. Because it would just go on to the next second.
Do you know what, Si? It's all blurry around you. My camera's not focusing on you at all. It's
Really?
really blurry, like there's something standing.
Gosh, yeah.
Can you tell us what age you died?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It's still not focused.
Oh no, it's
now it is.
focused. But it wasn't a minute ago for a good like half a minute. That is
Do you want to harm us?
gosh, it's so
For any one of us?
It doesn't even skip.
Oh,
It doesn't skip a number. It
whoa.
goes from 7 to 8 to 9,
Now,
like it should do.
Tell us
what the hell does?
Now that doesn't make sense, Si.
Do you lift it up for me? 'Cause- okay,
For any one of us?
okay, that is bizarre.
So it goes from 5
So
to
it's
6
why?
to 7
With
to 8.
technology.
Why?
So
Some-
this isn't.
A spirit has interfered with this. I
That
don't.
just does not make sense. We all heard the question.
We
It wasn't
all
even
heard the question.
It wasn't even one word. It was a couple of words before that.
We all.
Do you have a message for
Yes,
any one of us?
we
That
all
makes
heard the
no
question.
sense.
It was as clear as day. Nobody was tampering with the device. Makes no sense at all.
I've had nothing that just skips half a sentence without skipping half. It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
I think we should move on.
The figure on the bench that was just around you.
Yeah,
I don't understand. We didn't
Yeah.
get a figure. You got a figure.
exactly.
I mean,
So-
we debunked that by you sitting there individually, me sitting there individually, and then Sini going back there.
Twice,
And it
yeah.
only appeared for Sini.
Oh, three
And do you know
times,
when
wasn't
Sini-
it? Yeah.
amazing.
You know when you stood up to leave,
Yeah.
its arms were like this, as if, you know, to say don't go.
You know.
You two follow the path round. I'll go this way. Keep the K2 with you.
Okay.
Keep an eye on it as you walk
Yeah.
round.
Okay.
I'll meet you in the middle grass area, straight opposite here,
Okay. Cool.
and we'll see what we get.
Alright, so me and Sini are going to stick together on this lone. Well, it's not a lone vigil; it's a dual vigil. We're not. It doesn't feel safe to be wandering off on our own. We've got the K2 Spike with us. It was going crazy a minute ago.
Okay, I've completely lost the path now. I can't see anything, people. I can't see nothing. I've got my spirit box.
Oh
What? Don't.
no, this is just went to red, but now it's just sticking at. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's going crazy here. Focus camera. Guys, can you see that?
Okay, so the spirit box has stopped working. So I'm just going to head and hope to God I see nothing.
We've got to go where our mind tells us to. We're following our gut instinct. Nowhere right now is very safe, in all honesty.
Mm-hmm. And without this light,
I'm trying to take hold of that.
Can you show yourself on this camera, please? I can't believe I'm walking around a cemetery and my spirit box has stopped working. The speaker is gone.
We need to move from this point. Just going to turn the camera around so that we can see where we're going. Oh, okay, we're right in front of a headstone. Aged 80 years old. What's funny is, though, you walked up to a headstone that says Elizabeth on it.
Elizabeth, is that you trying to give us a sign that you're trying to communicate with us?
Perhaps we were communicating with the wrong Elizabeth.
Could be.
Is it you?
That's a really good point.
Flashing his light. Why is he doing that?
Si, you okay?
There we go. It was zoomed in quite a bit.
What?
Was that him?
Melissa, I'm over here. Follow my torch. Okay, show me. I'm with you. You come with me, you show me. I saw Signy going that way.
Signy! I'm sorry, I know this has been really short, but it's not safe.
Where were you? This is a big place. It is pitch black. And we know nobody.
We're quite
so
vulnerable here.
there are people that could be sitting around thinking, let's go have some fun ourselves.
Yeah. Are we?
Where are we? Are we at Elizabeth's bench? Or is that over there?
Yeah, that's further up, isn't it?
That's...
Is there a spirit here? If you're here, make the K2 meter spike, please.
That is amazing.
Thank you. Can you make that happen again, please, if you're near us? Take it to red.
Ooh.
Take it to red. If this is Elizabeth, can you make the K2 go red? Spirit, are you still with us?
And to be honest, that person you say you saw, would you not have heard them?
Oh my gosh, what?
I feel freezing.
Oh my god, it's going crazy. I'm not surprised you feel freezing.
I feel absolutely like...
You just said Elizabeth hit red. So it's been an eventful night, a frightening night. This place, Si?
It's been an experience. It really has been an experience. A bit lost. I felt lost, alone. I felt like I was just left. I couldn't make my way back to the girls. It was quite freaky.
Signy, how are you feeling? EVP recorder. Where did my voice go?
Half the question is missing.
Yeah.
This never happened before.
Unless that was the message.
It was good to use the SLS camera and get the evidence. That was amazing.
We hope you've enjoyed this. We're going to come back here and do a part 2 for sure with Si's sidekick Simon. 3 S's there. So we hope you've enjoyed this first collaboration video. It's been amazing being with you today, Si.
It has. I've really enjoyed it. It's been great, and I look forward to working with you both.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.
We've had a lot of fun. It's been a really good night. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and please give some love to Si's channel, Paranormal Patients. Give a like, share and subscribe. This guy's amazing. His friend Simon is amazing. The equipment that you saw today,
It's the SLS camera. That's our connector box.
he made that himself. Okay, it's pretty impressive. So give this guy some love. All right, thanks for watching, and Signy, respect the unexpected. Night.